Narendra Modi stakes claim to form the government, says the alliance will form a strong, stable and growth-oriented government. Mr. Modi to take oath as Prime Minister for the third term on Sunday. RBI forms a committee to examine various aspects for setting up digital payments intelligence platform to mitigate payment fraud risks. Country's foreign exchange reserves surge by $4.8 billion at a lifetime high of over $651 billion. In shooting, Sifth Kaur Samra bags bronze medal in women's 50-meter rifle 3 position in ISSF Rifle Pistol World Cup in Munich, and in French Open semi-final match between Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz underway in Paris. Prime Minister-designate Narendra Modi met President Draupadi Murmu this evening and staked claim to form the government. Mr. Modi will take the oath for the third term at Rashtrapati Bhavan on Sunday evening. The President will administer the oath to Narendra Modi and his new cabinet. Speaking outside Rashtrapati Bhavan, Mr. Modi stated that NDA will form a strong, stable and growth-oriented government. He said the stable government will prove beneficial for India and its economy as well as the youth.
हम भारतवासी खुद नसीब हैं कि इतने बड़े संकटों के बावजूद भी हम आज विश्व की सबसे तेज गति से बढ़ने वाली इकोनॉमी के रूप में जाने गए हैं। ग्रोथ के विषय में भी दुनिया में हमारी वाहवाही हो रही है। अब एक स्टेबल गवर्नमेंट मिलने के कारण और परिचित व्यवस्था और नेतृत्व मिलने के कारण दुनिया का भारत के प्रति रुझान आना बहुत तेज गति से होने वाला है और मुझे विश्वास है कि देश के सभी राज्यों को इसका लाभ मिलेगा। देश की युवा पीढ़ी को सबसे ज्यादा लाभ मिलेगा।
Mr. Modi said people have given the NDA government one more chance and this 18th Lok Sabha is a house of new and youthful energy. He said his government will fulfill the hopes and aspirations of the people of the country.
ये 18वीं लोकसभा एक प्रकार से नई ऊर्जा, युवा ऊर्जा और कुछ कर गुजरने के इरादे वाली ये लोकसभा है और आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव के बाद का ये पहला चुनाव है और एक प्रकार से वो 25 वर्ष हैं जो हमारे अमृतकाल के 25 वर्ष हैं। साथियों, एनडीए सरकार को तीसरी बार देश की सेवा करने का देशवासियों ने आदेश दिया है, अवसर दिया है। मैं देशवासियों का फिर से एक बार ये अवसर देने के लिए हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं।
Before that, an NDA delegation led by BJP President JP Nadda also met the President and submitted a letter stating that Narendra Modi had been elected leader of the BJP Parliamentary Party. Letters of support from NDA constituent parties were also handed over to the President. Earlier in the day, NDA Parliamentary Party unanimously elected Narendra Modi as its leader. Senior BJP leader Rajnath Singh moved a proposal to elect Mr. Modi as NDA leader and it was supported by leaders of all NDA allies. BJP leaders Amit Shah and Nitin Gadkari seconded the proposal. Mr. Modi was also elected as the leader of BJP in Lok Sabha and the BJP Parliamentary Party. TDP chief Chandrababu Naidu said the country has witnessed remarkable progress and transformation under the visionary leadership of Narendra Modi. Mr. Naidu said India is having a right leader at the right time.
Today, India is having a right leader, right time. That is Narendra Modi. This is a very good opportunity for India. If we miss now, we will miss forever. That is where we are having wonderful opportunity.
Bihar Chief Minister and JDU President Nitish Kumar said they will work together under Mr. Modi's leadership. Mr. Kumar said Mr. Modi has served the country and whatever is left he will fulfill in the new term.
मैं आपका अभिनंदन करता हूं और आपके नेतृत्व में सब लोग काम करेंगे, सब लोग चलेंगे, सब पार्टी के लोग, मैं उनका भी अभिनंदन करता हूं और यही कहूंगा कि हम सब लोग इनके साथ रहेंगे और एक साथ होकर के जो कुछ भी करेंगे इनकी बात को मानते हुए हम लोग आगे चलेंगे।
Maharashtra Chief Minister and Shiv Sena Shinde Group leader Eknath Shinde, LJPR Chief Chirag Paswan, NCP leader Ajit Pawar, Jan Sena Chief Pawan Kalyan, Apna Dal S leader Anupriya Patel and JDS leader HD Kumaraswamy also supported the proposal. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Modi said NDA is not a group of parties that have come together for power, but it is an alliance committed to work with the spirit of nation first. He said NDA is the most successful alliance in India's history and our aim will be to reach unanimity in all decisions.
एनडीए को करीब करीब 3 दशक हो चुके हैं। विविधता से भरे हुए अपनी लोकतांत्रिक और सामाजिक रचना के बीच में ये 3 दशक की यात्रा एक बहुत बड़ी मजबूती का संदेश, और मैं आज बड़े गर्व के साथ कहता हूं, एक समय वो था कि संगठन के कार्यकर्ता के रूप में इस अलायंस का हिस्सा था, और आज सदन में बैठ करके आपके साथ काम करते करते ये सबसे सफल अलायंस है।
RLD Chief Jayant Chaudhary, several union ministers including Piyush Goyal and Anurag Singh Thakur were among others present in the meeting. Later, after being elected as NDA leader, Narendra Modi met BJP veterans Lal Krishna Advani and Murli Manohar Joshi and took their blessings. Mr. Modi also met with former President Ramnath Kovind at his residence in New Delhi. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar today highlighted that it is after many years that a Prime Minister has got a third term. At the closing ceremony of the Rajya Sabha internship program at Vice President's Enclave, the Vice President urged the gathering to always ensure that Parliament is the greatest temple of democracy and a place for debate, dialogue, discussion and deliberation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said every moment of his life is dedicated to upholding the noble values enshrined in the Constitution of India, given by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. In a social media post, Mr. Modi said it is only due to the Constitution that a person like him, born into poverty and in a backward family, is able to serve the nation. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. In the Bastar division of Chhattisgarh, 5 Maoists were killed in an encounter today. Their bodies have been recovered from the spot. Police said the encounter took place on the border of Narayanpur and Dantewada district. After receiving intelligence inputs about the presence of Maoists in the forest of Gobel, a joint team of District Reserve Guard DRG and ITBP had set out on a search operation. During the search operation, an encounter took place in the jungles of Gobel. In the gun battle, 3 jawans of DRG were injured. The National Investigation Agency NIA has attached the property of a member associated with Popular Front of India PFI in connection with murder of a Hindu Front leader in Coimbatore in 2016. According to the NIA, the property of accused Zubair has been attached on orders of the NIA Special Court Punamalli, Chennai. Zubair, along with other co-accused, were involved in the gruesome killing of C. Shashikumar, who was the spokesperson of Hindu Front, Coimbatore. The government has imposed a curfew in Jiribam, a border town in Manipur, following decline in law and security conditions since last night. The situation arose after a person who had gone to his farm was found dead with wounds inflicted by a sharp object yesterday. Additionally, some houses belonging to 2 different communities were also burnt down last night by miscreants. The district administration imposed a curfew from this morning in the town, and security forces and district-level officers have been instructed to protect lives and properties. The security forces have evacuated villagers of violence-prone areas of the town to safer locations today. The Congress has slammed the government's move to relocate the statues of Mahatma Gandhi, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar from their original positions in the Parliament House complex. Briefing media in New Delhi today, Congress leader Pawan Khera said the countrymen want to know what is the real intention behind shifting of statues of great leaders. However, the Lok Sabha Secretariat has denied the allegations of shifting of the statues. It said the statues are being installed systematically and respectfully inside the Parliament House complex. The RBI has said it is considering to set up a digital payments intelligence platform to mitigate payment fraud risks. In this regard, the central bank has constituted a committee under the chairmanship of former MD and CEO of National Payments Corporation of India, Mr. A.P. Hota, to examine its various aspects. The committee is expected to give its recommendations within 2 months. The RBI has said even though the payment ecosystem takes various measures to protect customers from digital frauds, there is a need for network-level intelligence and real-time data sharing across payment systems to prevent such frauds. The Reserve Bank has proposed to bring an auto-replenishment facility for UPI Lite Wallet. Accordingly, if the balance in the UPI wallet goes below a threshold amount set by the customer, the fund will move from his or her account to the wallet without additional authentication or pre-debit notification. RBI has said that related guidelines in this regard will be issued shortly. India's foreign exchange reserves have surged by $4.83 billion to touch a new lifetime high of $651.5 billion in the week ended the 31st of May. Addressing a post-policy press conference in Mumbai today, RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das said the country's external sector remains resilient. Pointing to improvements in the current account deficit, external debt to GDP ratio and net international investment position, Mr. Das said the Apex Bank is confident of comfortably meeting the external financing requirements. Indian benchmark indices closed higher for the third straight session, with the Sensex touching a fresh all-time high today following the RBI's decision to keep the benchmark repo rates unchanged. A report.
The 30-stock BSE Sensex, which opened at 75,032, climbed in the afternoon session to touch its all-time high of 76,795 in intraday trades. At close, it was at 76,693, up 1,619 points. Similarly, Nifty, which opened flat at 22,822, climbed to an intraday high of 23,320, only 18 points short of its all-time high. At close, the Nifty 50 was at 23,290, up 469 points. In the forex market, the Indian rupee ended at 83 rupees and 38 paisa against the US dollar. Anubha Rohatgi for Akashvani News.
Information and Broadcasting Ministry will organize a variety of program activities to create awareness about the common yoga protocol, along with awareness about the benefits of practicing yoga. INB Secretary Sanjay Jaju and Ayush Secretary Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha reviewed preparations for outreach activities for this year's International Day of Yoga in New Delhi today. Public service broadcaster Prasar Bharati will broadcast and telecast different programs through Doordarshan and Akashvani network. The 18th Mumbai International Film Festival will be held in Mumbai from the 15th to the 21st of this month. Briefing media in New Delhi this afternoon, Secretary Ministry of Information and Broadcasting Sanjay Jaju said MIFF screenings will also be held in Delhi, Chennai, Pune and Kolkata. During the festival, 314 films will be screened from 59 countries. Women's 50-meter rifle three-position specialist Sifkaur Samra won a bronze medal today on the concluding day of the International Shooting Sport Federation ISSF Rifle Pistol World Cup in Munich, as India entered the competition with 2 medals. Sif shot 452.9, just 0.1 point behind China's Han Chiayu, the reigning air rifle women's world champion. Sarabjot Singh had won the gold in the men's 10-meter air pistol yesterday. In French Open tennis, the men's singles semi-final match between Carlos Alcaraz Garcia of Spain and Yannick Sinner of Italy is underway in Paris. In the second semi-final later today, 7th-seeded Casper Ruud of Norway will face 4th-seeded Alexander Zverev of Germany. On the other hand, the women's singles final will be held tomorrow between top-seeded Iga Swiatek of Poland and Italy's Jasmine Paolini. The India Meteorological Department IMD has predicted heat wave conditions over parts of East India, Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh during the next 4 days. During the next 2 days, maximum temperature will rise by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius over East India. Heat wave will also prevail over Jharkhand, Bihar, Odisha, Punjab and Haryana. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. NDA leader Narendra Modi stakes claim to form the government, says the alliance will form a strong, stable and growth-oriented government. Mr. Modi to take oath as Prime Minister for the 3rd term on Sunday. RBI forms a committee to examine various aspects of setting up digital payments intelligence platform to mitigate payment fraud risks. Country's foreign exchange reserves surge by $4.8 billion at a lifetime high of over $651 billion. In shooting, Sifkaur Samra bags bronze medal in women's 50-meter rifle three-position in ISSF Rifle Pistol World Cup in Munich, and in French Open semi-final match between Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz underway in Paris. That is all in the news at now.